You are in your third trimester.
That's actually a lie. It's like it's not until I'm done with this week.
Okay. You are almost at your third trimester.
If we're gonna count it by the amount of weeks that I was pregnant with our first, then
That's not how we're counting. We went over this. That's not how we're counting. We're
Well, that's how
counting
I'm
like how science
I'm just like
counts.
assuming I'm gonna be at a minimum 2 weeks early.
You think?
Watch, I'm like 2 weeks late.
Yeah, you're going to be late this
We'll see.
time because you're not under an incredible amount of stress like
You
the
don't
first
know.
one.
You don't know.
Oh, are you under a lot of stress?
Yeah,
Do I cause you stress?
Yeah.
Does Liam cause you stress?
My office people, yep. All you guys. Busting into the door, interrupting my meetings.
Oh, yeah. But a fun, I think, what you've been experiencing lately this week or leading up to this week mostly is your feet are swelling.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
Definitely more than they have been. They definitely have a mind of their own now. So I was on the search of, well, first, I think I had a really bad day. I think I had decided I was going to, before we had the car, I was going to walk to go pick up our son from school. And then also I dropped him off and I picked him up. And then that same day, I don't even know what else I was doing. I was just on my feet though all day.
You are
and by
like a true supermom.
by the end of the day, I had no ankles. Like they were completely gone. And I was like, R.I.P. I didn't know if I was going to see my ankles again. So I then proceeded. The only thing that helps with that usually is if I put on compression socks. But I think what I did with the last ones I had bought, I was washing and drying them. I don't think they work anymore. I think they're just really, really tight socks at this point. And I remember I had them on. I only had them on for a little bit and I took them off. And remember I was like, my legs are tingling.
Yeah.
Because it's just the blood flow. It wasn't really helping blood flow. It was just stopping all blood flow. Just bad. Just overall bad situation. And then I was like, okay, well, what do I do now? So I put my legs up on my pregnancy pillow. I like rolled it up into a little ball and then put some more pillows, the useless pillows you have on top of your bed. I put those on top of there.
They're not useless. They are decorative.
They're decorative. And elevated my foot as high as I can, because it has to be above your heart type of thing, right? Because you want to bring the fact is that it has issues moving back up.
Is it because of that or because of gravity?
I don't know. Anyways, bad circulation. I'm not a doctor. Guys, look this stuff up and figure out why your feet are swelling. I mean, obviously they also tell you be careful. Excessive swelling and stuff can be signs of preeclampsia or whatever. It wasn't that serious. I had known that I was on my feet all day and we are getting, like you said, almost in our third trimester. So this is to be expected. And my blood pressure has been amazing every single visit. So he's always like, good. So I'm like, yay. Anyways, so I did that before we went to sleep and I was like, yeah, you know what? I think I can, I took a few pillows down. I think I can stay like this, for most of the night. So I had the pregnancy pillow and just one little pillow on top. And I was like, let me try this out. By the end of the night, or not even by the end of the night, I think for my first visit to the bathroom of one of 5 throughout the night, the pillow was on the floor. My leg, I think I was twisted. It wasn't helping. So sleeping through the night with my feet elevated wasn't going to help. So in desperate measures, I started to Google some other compression socks that might do a better job. Because also my calves they felt like lead. It was everything. Before, I'd never had such fatigue in my legs before. So if you want me to buy something, advertise it on Instagram. And just keep pushing it. And then I will eventually probably purchase it. And so I had seen these even before I got pregnant, and I was like, ooh, these are kind of cute. And they were compression socks because they were these ombre pink socks. and this is not a sponsored post, but I'll tell you guys the name of the socks. This company called Comrade. And so they talk just, it's not even just to pregnant women. It's like for athletes, anyone who you're working from home, if you're sitting down all the time, compression socks are really great. Taking a long flight, put some compression socks on. And they're like, your feet will feel like it's on, and then it's like they're floating away in out of space.
Your legs are not attached.
Well, that's what they're like. There's these magical socks. And I was like, well, I got to try it. But, I do read reviews. I was reading through it. Not one bad review, like obviously on their website, off their website. Like everyone had something good to say. And when searching independently, doing research about how you should find socks, they kind of checked all those boxes or whatever. So, and they were a cute color. So it was like 20% off your first purchase, or around the time it was like 20% that I get off. So I was like, it's now or never, because I'm not going to pay full price, because those socks are expensive. They're expensive. I think I had 3 pair for like $60. I don't pay that much.
Up going 3.
I usually I buy my socks at Marshalls or TJ Maxx, and I'll buy like a 6-pack for like $4. So the fact that I dropped $60, you guys know that I was desperate and I really needed something. So I was looking forward to this, and the shipping wasn't too bad, even with the delays with COVID. And they are magic. I will say that, like, after I noticed a difference. I didn't put them on today because I was
no, I was just looking down to see if your legs were still attached to your body.
No, they did not fall away. I did not put them on today. I don't even know why. I think because I have been putting them on every day that I've been seeing such a big difference. So I was like, I can give my feet like a break and not have to wear these socks and look like a dork, because I'll still wear my dresses throughout the house, and then I have some socks that go up to my knees.
And then you run outside and...
Yeah, I don't care. I have no shame. Yeah, I would walk my sister downstairs, and I had like, I don't even know what kind of getup I was wearing, like this dress, and the dress also is probably not for pregnancy because it's short, it's stretchy, and it has like cutouts on the sides. So I put a tank top under it to cover it. My sister made fun of me, and then I had this little long sweater, and then my socks and some sneakers. It was just, I would look like a little bit of a mess. Anywho,
no,
these socks are great. This is not a sponsored post, but I will say, if you're having issues with like some feet swelling, discomfort, I think I'll be wearing them even past pregnancy, to be honest with you, when I'm working from home. So yeah, I'm really excited about them. And all my coworkers were laughing about it because I had to just tell everybody about this purchase. And they're like, you're this excited about compression socks? And then Jean started to get ads for compression socks. I was like, our computer is listening to us.
She said it outside.
Huh?
She said it like over her phone. Her phone was listening.
Yeah, her phone was listening. Yeah. I did like Slack it through her, so it could have been that too. But now she's getting ads for it. And I was like, they're amazing. Maybe that's a sign you should get them. Yeah.
But it's true, though. If Instagram hits me with an ad at least 5 times, I will buy it. And that's how I bought that marble iPad stand for the kitchen.
They really be knowing the algorithm with like how to push things to buy.
Yeah.
It's the best. Like Facebook didn't have it. Or maybe it was an ads in your face. But Instagram? Okay.
Yeah.
I see what they're doing. This is why people are on it.
Yeah. You got me there.
I'm Fatima.
And I'm Brian. You're listening to Millennial and Pregnant.
While we're talking through another pregnancy, this time we're doing it with our 3-year-old.
And we think we know what to expect this time around, but somehow it still feels new. In this episode, we're looking back at Fatima's second trimester and looking ahead at all of our to-do lists. If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast, with everything you need in one place. In fact, this season of Millennial and Pregnant was produced and hosted on Anchor. Here's what I love about it. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. This made it easier for me to edit my episodes on the go. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Why do you think your stomach feels so tight?
I don't know. Maybe there's a baby in there. Brian goes, did you eat a lot? Did we forget about my situation?
Yeah, so we are almost at your third trimester. Mm-hmm. As we were trying to figure out the math. How are you feeling? We already talked about your swelling feet, and we know you have acid reflux. But overall, how are you doing?
I think I'm doing good.
Sleeping better? Sleeping worse?
No, like I'm still waking up. Like it's around the 3 to 4 o'clock. I'll wake up and be like, yeah, I think it's time to start the day. But I've also been realizing I'm waking up because like I need a snack, and so
This
few
is about that
times
time of that
you did
loaf
hear
of
me
bread.
and call me out that I went out.
Yeah.
Like after Liam had
It
gotten
was only
up.
like once, because this whole week I've been sleeping in Liam's bed. So the one night that I
That's
stayed.
like a whole nother story. You know, us trying to be prepared to have another baby in that room, got him his twin size bed, and it's just been downhill from there. I thought that was going to be the magic thing that made him sleep all the time. And
he has so much room and so much freedom, and he's like
I think
scared
it's
of
too
it.
much room. Yeah, it's like almost too much room. Anywho, because if he would have turned around, he would just kind of hit the wall, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's like more bed, and it's like, whoa, too much. But yeah, so after I had gotten up, I laid with him for a little bit because I refused to sleep in a twin size bed all night. I haven't done that since college, and I'm just not doing it.
That was a twin XL.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then, no, we just would cuddle, and I would obviously go back, wink, wink, back to my room.
Yeah. Oh, no, we were
In
never in the
college.
same bed.
Huh?
No, we were never in the same bed.
No, not until marriage, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I came back after that because I was like, I make sure I stay up. Plus, that's like the times he wakes up, that's the times that I'm like, oh, gotta use the bathroom. I'm awake for the next hour at least. And so I went back in the room, used the bathroom, and like I laid back down, like, damn, I'm still so hungry. So I went out and I went to my go-to raisin cinnamon bread. Dry, like I don't even care as long as it's soft. I don't need anything on it. No, nothing warmed up. I'll eat that dry. So when I look over and I see Liam and it's toasted and has some butter on it, and that's how he likes it.
Yeah.
Don't try to put anything else on it. I just like looking through a mirror. I'm like, this is me. This was me. This is what I did. This is why you're still obsessed with raisin cinnamon bread, is because I was so obsessed when you were in my belly. So I went to that. So probably next kid will be obsessed with it as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, but just hungry all the time, and then hungry at non-ideal times. And yesterday was a good day, even though I had woken up and I didn't sleep through the night. I felt like a lot of energy, but then it all hit me today, and I've been yawning, making you yawn as you just
are.
yawned just now.
You are making me yawn.
So change the subject, because probably you guys listening is probably yawning.
I
Anywho,
know.
I haven't been sleeping, eating a lot.
And you gotta be careful about eating, because you're about to fast before this glucose test.
Yes. So get
Is that what
tested
it's
for
called?
gestational
Gestational
diabetes
Yeah.
tomorrow morning. Try to get a really early appointment. The earliest I can get was 10. Technically, I can eat. They say you should stop eating 8 hours before.
Oh, 8 hours. I'm thinking 12. So
I was
okay.
thinking 12 too.
You have until like 2 a.m.
Yeah, but
Maybe
I'm thinking about all the
midnight.
things that I eat.
Yeah.
And my sister's like, you guys have a lot of bread. And I was like, yeah, I do have a lot of bread. And that breaks down to sugar.
Yeah, I know.
I really don't want that to like impact my test. So I'm going to be a little bit more conservative and
Yeah.
really stop eating and like 9. So if I happen to get off of this podcast before, then I'll sneak something. But
Blame the show.
yeah, blame the show. I did have a bowl of cereal before that, my nightly bowl of cereal.
Yeah. A bowl. Do you want to tell everybody what kind of cereal?
No. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
But I had the recommended cup
Yeah. Sure.
and a half.
2.
2 cups.
2 1.5 cups.
The I didn't drink the milk, and the milk washes away all the sugar.
Got it. So now that we're in your 26th week, the baby now starts to inhale and exhale amniotic fluid. That's important in development of lungs. So they're practicing kind of inhaling that. Should be about 14 inches long, or the size of a scallion. So we went from a mango or a butternut squash to like a
Someone
scallion.
also said it could be the size of a kale. I don't know where they're getting
And I know they're only
from.
talking about length, but when you go from like a butternut squash to a scallion, you're like, wait, now we just lost
Right, you feel
a
like
bunch
you
of
lost.
volume. Yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I don't really like the measurements in that way, so I just look at like 14 inches, around 14
Yeah.
inches,
But then you're like, how big is 14 inches? A scallion.
a little over a foot.
I know.
And it should be like close to 2 pounds, if not already 2 pounds.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So you like pick up your, I don't know what weighs 2 pounds in the kitchen or something.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, no, that little thing of sugar that we got.
Yeah. Like,
that's 2
about
pounds.
2 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm carrying. And then some.
And then some.
Because you got to.
Yeah, all the water and
the placenta
yeah,
and
all that stuff. Wow.
And the extra weight.
Interesting. That's heavy. Mm-hmm. Wow. They can also hear your voice and broader ranges of sound, and can respond to changes in your heartbeat, your breathing, and your movement. So I think last time we were talking about dancing, and they'll be able to feel your movement a lot more now.
Usually very calm when I'm doing like that excessive moving, but as soon as I sit down on the couch or I go to lay down for bed, boom, 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 or I'm working, boom, 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 boom. It's just like I showed you. I don't know what was sticking, what position they were in, but my belly was kind of going off to the side and pushing against me, and so you kind of rubbed it in.
Yeah. I like to just tap.
Yeah. And they moved a little bit. So
I remember with Liam, he would like kick and like, I think it was his feet, press his feet.
Oh, for sure.
And then
He still kicks me.
And then I would like tap your belly, and sometimes he would like kick back. I'm like, ooh, what's going on? Are we like communicating through?
Yeah,
taps?
through little taps. Mm-hmm. He probably
Comes out
remembers
knowing
that.
Morse code.
I mean, he's scarily, like, it was almost 5:00 in the morning, and he came into our room standing over me.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, do you want to get into the bed? And so he got into bed, and did you even know he did that? You were sleeping.
No, I felt him crawling into the bed. So
You
I
thought
just
I
moved
brought
over.
him in.
I don't know what I thought. I was half awake.
Anyways, his feet all over the place.
I know. I woke up. I wanted to take a photo. I didn't have my phone, but I woke up this morning. His feet were by my head, and his head were by our feet.
Yep.
And I'm like, what's happening right now?
He just always needed to
wild sleeper.
touch something with his feet. That's
Yeah.
why it was for sure. I mean,
Because of
usually
my
it's the
tapping.
feet. Huh?
It's because of my tapping.
I blame it on Brian.
But I did see that. But to be fair, we did say, Liam, stop yelling and crying when you get up at night and just come walk into our room. And he did that. And then you got mad at him.
I didn't get mad at him.
No, I
was
did
like,
not you mad at him. But
okay.
you're like, why are you coming in here? You're like, you asked
Because
him to.
he had already cried and stuff. I got in him at 1.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that.
And
You
I was
let me
like,
sleep.
I think he might. I mean, I was happy. It was almost 5:00. Almost
Yeah.
5:00. I'm like, you can finish your sleep. He used to do that all the time when he was younger.
Yeah.
He would sleep like 5:30, come into our bed, and then sleep for the next 2 or 3 hours. And I'm okay. Like, I'm like, you did a good job. Most of the night you were in your bed. So
As long
like,
as
if he
you
was
stay
to
sleeping
if
from
he used to stay
5:30.
to sleep, tonight till 5, and he wanted to crawl in, I would be fine.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah.
If you could hear me, Liam.
And then your lower back pain due to your growing uterus. You may have some lower back pain. I know you were feeling some round ligament pain earlier. And then, as you said earlier, watch out for signs of preeclampsia. So sudden swelling in your face, your eyes, excessive swelling in your feet, ankles, or rapid weight gains, as in like 4 to 5 pounds a week, rapid weight gains. That you should talk to your doctor.
Yeah. Because most likely you're like just...
Regardless, talk to your doctor. If you have something, a question, a symptom,
Yeah, you should be talking to your doctor.
pain or whatever. Talk to your doctor. Just talk to your doctor. Yeah, so that's where we are at 26 weeks. So can you talk about your second trimester and sum it up in like a sentence? Or a word. But I thought a word would be harder. I'm going to put you on the spot because you didn't look at these notes before.
Yeah, to sum it up in a word. I don't know if you can sum it up in a word. I would say it has been... Damn, I don't really know. Sum it up in a sentence. It's been... I feel like you go through you go through the most transition in the second trimester. You start noticing more changes with your body, more symptoms appear. Your belly gets bigger, but not like super, super huge. But like there's definitely, I feel like a lot of the change happens in the second trimester. Even though the baby grows at a rapid pace by the third trimester, like it's crazy. It's pretty much doubling in size every week, but it's the carry on of the same symptoms that you started to have in the second trimester. Like none really new start to happen. Maybe you're getting your Braxton Hicks contractions or stuff, but some people experience that in their second trimester. So I would say you experience the most growth and change with yourself in the second trimester, at least for my experience. And it's been pretty consistent with both. I think the difference that we were just saying with the first trimester, I was like showing a little bit more, and that could be for many other reasons. And the morning, like feeling more sick, not as sick, but like definitely notable days where I'm just like, I'm not like nauseous. Wasn't throwing up. I don't know what's worse, because a lot of people are like, oh, throwing up everything you have, that's terrible. But then it's that feeling of like, I'm nauseous, but nothing comes out. That could be also terrible. So like that's the first trimester. That's behind us, and soon the second trimester will be behind us. But I would say, if you're ever just anticipating what's going to happen during that time, I would say, and for me, I felt like it's the funnest time too, because by the third trimester, you're just like, okay, it's time. It's time for you to come out, and you feel like a balloon. You feel like you can't really move. I know I have to chill because my sister was here this past weekend, and we went to Target to buy some gifts for her friend who's also having a baby, and they was having a baby shower, and I'm like, running all over the place, like giving her like additional ideas of what else she can like get. And I was like, oh, let me just like put together a little thing for her too, because I'm like, these are the things that nobody told me, or I found out later and I wish I had before, like our little lawn drying rack. It looks like some grass, and then it has little sticks that could be like flowers and stuff, and you put the pacifier and you put the different pieces of the bottle, and I was like, this is so great. Why didn't I have this like day one? It would have been so helpful.
And has since transitioned to our glasses.
Yeah, it's been on top of our counter for forever, and soon I'm gonna evict your little glasses that you like to put up there, because something else needs to be there. Because even when I was cleaning up my pumping stuff, I would put it on that rack. It was so helpful. So I got that for her. Anywho, so my sister just made a comment. She's like, you need to chill. She's like you're just doing too much. And I think my mom even said it to me a couple days ago. She's like, okay, super mom, like stop. Because I think that now I'm not quite, now at the end of the second trimester, I'm like, oh wait, like I'm not as like mobile as I think I am. So I need to I do need to chill and like slow down, not pick up Liam anymore. Because if I get yelled at one more time by Brian or my mother about it and stuff like that, but he's just like my baby.
I know.
So that I would say, to go back to it, second trimester, it's the most change and growth you'll see with yourself, physically, for me emotionally as well. There was just like more of a transition. And then the third trimester, you're kind of over it a little bit. Like, I'll see how I feel in the next coming weeks, but I think I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm done.
And then, when I was thinking about what else to talk about in this episode, I went back to season 1 in our third trimester to-dos episode, and I re-listened to the whole thing. Just for, what did we talk about? And it was enlightening. One of the things I said in what we were practicing was putting stuff away. Like, what a load of crap.
What did you say?
A waste of time. I said, oh, we're practicing. We're like putting stuff away and cleaning up the apartment and like making sure that if we take stuff out, we're putting stuff away, because we were talking about how our living situation was very small, a small space, and we were about to have a baby, and we had all this stuff because you just had your shower.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh yeah, we're practicing, like, okay, everything has its place, and because it's a small place, when we take something out, it looks very messy. So we were saying, we were practicing, like, as we were taking things out, we were putting stuff away.
Okay.
And I was like, what mental state was I in? Like that was
in dreamland.
I don't think we were lying, but like, what?
That might have been your attention. That definitely has never happened with you ever. I really wish. Like, I wish you guys can see our bedroom. You can tell Fatima's side and Brian's side.
Wow.
And this is why your side, of many reasons, is not by the door.
Mm-hmm.
One, because he thinks that I would be the first to be kidnapped or something happens if someone breaks in. That's a whole nother story. But anyways, so like my side is when you first walk in. So if you don't walk too far over to the window, you would think we have like an absolutely pristine room. Uh-huh. And then you go to Brian's side, and then you go to the corners of his side. And it don't make no sense.
But a baby doesn't go
like
over there.
Like, there are dirty clothes in a pile next to your
They might not be dirty.
hamper.
They might be, I put them on for 5 minutes and they're still clean, but they're used.
Dirty clothes. And anywho, then that's what it's like, oh, the chair. When it's
the orange chair?
It's not clean enough to hang up, but not dirty enough to put in the hamper.
Exactly.
You put it on the chair. This is one reason why we don't have a chair.
Oh my God, we used to have that orange chair used to be piled.
Yeah, of just like
stuff.
Limbo clothes.
Oh my God. But anyway, I was listening to that episode, and I laughed out loud when I heard that. I was like, what?
Our
what
apartment
were we
was
doing?
so tiny. I love that apartment, but it was
a great apartment for 2 people.
Small, yeah. When Leah was introduced, it was just like, oh, we gotta go.
Gotta go. Mm-hmm. Something else that we've been planning. I just want to say congratulations for paying off your student loans.
Why you gotta be telling my business? Now people can be like, oh, Fatima got a little bit more cash flow. Don't worry, people. That cash flow will be gone once this baby is here.
School and daycare.
Yep.
It's gone.
I mean, that was kind of like one of the things and the reason why we planned this, around, freeing up some, because things are expensive and childcare is expensive. So, this was our goal.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, when are you going to have your second kid? Oh, we want you to have a second kid. When, this is a good time. I'm like, do you know? Are you in my bank account? Are you paying my bills? How do you know? Are you in my uterus? How do you know it's a good time for me to have a kid? And it's just like those comments and stuff. If anyone is listening, please just don't. Don't ask anybody. And I would get it from people who I'm not even... Mostly it was not people who I was super close with. It would be extended family or something like that. I'm just like, no, we're not having this conversation. So we just started to just go to, we're not having any kids.
Yeah.
So everyone was so surprised when we announced we were having another baby, because we were just like, nope, we're done.
Yeah. I was just tired of trying to answer
we're done.
the question.
So it's just better to shut them down. No, we don't want any more kids.
Yeah.
We're done.
Which would be okay either way.
Yeah,
but
it would
was
be
just
totally
the easier
okay.
answer to have people just stop, because it exhausting trying to explain how that's an inappropriate question.
I think I'll get more ruthless. I've gotten more ruthless in my replies as I've aged. And I think I'll just have a different response the next time people ask me. And if they dare ask me after I just pushed out a kid, I just sorry in advance. Sorry in advance. Like, don't even.
But I mean, that was paying off our student debt this year.
Yeah.
Was our goal, and we hit it.
Mm-hmm.
I think
hard.
We hit it a little earlier, I think, too. You put together an amazing Excel document that helped us both
schedule.
Figure out if I could pay more every month.
It was really just gradual. Yeah. Gradual increases.
It's what all those TikTok or financial planning videos are like. Snowball method. Snowball. Pay off one, put that payment to the next payment. Is that what's called? Snowball? I don't know. It's called the snowball, maybe, when you tackle debt. I don't know why
you use that voice, too.
I don't know either, because I just feel like some, like...
douchey
well, I was going to say that, but I'll let you say that. Some douchey finance person goes, snowball, blah,
yeah.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
Anyways. So that was part of our planning. And then to-do lists. We had so many to-do lists. I mean, I had so many to-do lists. And it was fun listening back on that. Mostly like, what do we need for the baby? And so in our third trimester to-dos, the first thing that came to mind was your hospital bag. Was there anything in that bag? Now, you did a lot of thinking about it, because you're like, people are like, put pictures of your family in there. Put your refrigerator and your like bubble bath bomb, because
some crazy
you
stuff.
want to feel like home. And then you're just like, no. I'm putting in there what I need. So you packed your robe, you packed some fuzzy socks. Were there things in there that you didn't use, or what were the things in there that you were glad you packed?
Glad I packed my robe, but I did already purchase a robe, a new one, because I wish I had a longer one that just covered everything. Because especially when they if you had walked down to the nursery or something to go see the baby, it just it was too short, so I had my night hospital gown. You can see peeking through the robe, so I got a new robe already, because I was like, I just want a new one, and it's longer. And so I thought that was super helpful. I thought I was going to change into a different pajama when I was there. And I wish I would have. And I don't know why I didn't. I think it would have been more comfortable. So I will try and find another night gown type of pajama, or just use the one that I have here versus the gown. Because I thought I was going to be checked a lot more than I was. And I think I wasn't. So I would get that. And I didn't use the fuzzy socks because I didn't want to walk around the hospital.
Oh, because the hospital grippers.
Yeah, in the hospital, and they have you have those.
Yeah.
But I will bring my compression socks, because if I'm laying in bed, I think that would be a good idea to have. I didn't bring my pillow, which was a bad idea, because someone posted on something funny on Instagram. I think I showed you, where they were making fun of the ladies in the hospital, and then the husband was pretending to keep coming in. Hi, this is Brenda coming in, change sheets. Well, literally, no one leaves you alone when you're in the hospital,
Yeah.
There's so many other reasons to maybe go to a birthing center versus a hospital, or have a at-home birth. I think maybe that might be one of the biggest reasons ever, is because you don't get any peace or quiet in that time. So I forget where I was even going with that.
Your pillow.
The pillow. So, at least I would have been a little bit more comfortable, because those pillows were horrible.
Yeah.
They were horrid. What else was helpful, that we had vitamin water in there. I thought that was really helpful, because after a while, you just don't want to just drink water, and you need something to really, really hydrate yourself. So that was nice. I didn't really use much in my bag.
I know.
There was not much I used in my bag. So it's just more of something comfy to change into My pillow.
Would you bring a picture frame this time?
No, hell no. No picture frame. Maybe I would bring, no, because I have my phone. I was like, maybe I'll bring my iPad, and seeing that I'm not going to sleep anyway, so might as well just put something on.
Yeah.
Or what I'll do is bring my headphones, because maybe those other annoying people coming in, like, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the bag was like not something, like you get all of the pads and stuff when you're bleeding and stuff from the hospital, so you don't want to use the ones that's in your bag, because hello, you just take those home with you. And I took some from the hospital too, and even the ladies are like, take all of these because they're open and exposed, we have to get rid of them. So she's like, take them with you, and I was like, okay, you don't have to tell me twice.
Extra bag.
Extra bag for the extra supplies that you might have in there. And then I forgot you had to get it for me. I forgot the outfit that I was going to wear to go home in.
No, we had a separate bag.
Oh, we had a separate bag for that? Bag. But I could have sworn I was like, you need to get it. It's
I didn't
here.
bring it. I didn't bring it with us.
Yeah, I really wasn't high maintenance. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have brought some makeup. So like if someone was taking a photo, I can look a little more put together. Maybe, but no, I don't think
Do you want someone taking a photo of you in the hospital?
You did take photos of me in the hospital.
No, but those are for us.
I know they're for us, but I'm still looking back and I'm like, ooh, you looking a little rough.
No. You brought a baby into this world.
I was looking rough, guys.
I see some of these other brought a baby into this world.
I need something to refresh my face for some of those photos. Like, did you see Beyonce's photo when she was in her bed and Cardi B had her baby? They all look fresh. I need something like my serum, put it on there, so I might throw some little makeup wipes in there. So maybe I would do that if I'm just, feeling ambitious and wanting to look a little bit more glam. Not that I don't think I would show anyone the hospital photos, but just to look back on and be like, okay, girl, your bags are not that bad. But I was pretty low maintenance, and I think I'm going to keep it that way. Although I do love thank you for the mesh underwear. And I'll probably still steal some of them. I will bring, and thank God my mom, she also brought me the compression underwear because I didn't think I needed them, and she bought them to the hospital for me. Yeah. Because my belly, to help with get your stuff back into position. And I had my little cone belly after after we had our son. So I was like, I didn't think I needed. It just slipped my mind, and so my mom bought me that girdle style high underwear. So I did buy myself some new ones that I'll bring to make sure I throw that in my bag. So shout out to my mother for thinking about that, because I just forgot. And then you brought me the dress. I was like, oh my God, her cone belly. I was like, okay, here she goes. She brought me this little girdle thing. So that helped. I think next time it's going to be freezing this time. So I'll put
I'll have a cozy winter jacket.
And I'll have
hopefully
spandex on.
If climate change has anything to say. It's 80 degrees today.
It's kind of crazy.
Fall.
Yeah. But I would say keep it pretty low maintenance with the hospital bag.
Yeah. Just easier.
You're not going to use as much as you.
But that's something that.
More snacks I will put in there.
More snacks. That's something that you should start putting together or thinking about. Also, printing our birth strategy. Because I brought that. We didn't use it.
Bring the baby in. And make sure mom's safe and baby safe. That's my birthing strategy. I told my doctor knew. He asked me. I'll just reiterate that I don't want Pitocin to be induced. I want to try have my body go into it normally. And I might just put that. I'll get an epidural, but probably just not right away.
Oh yeah, like at 8 centimeters last time.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to thug it out. I was trying to be like, yep, I'm not getting it. And
they're like, it's now or never. You're like, let's do it.
I looked over to my mother and she's like, it's okay.
It is okay.
And I was like, okay, give it to me.
Also on the to-do list, pediatricians.
Yes.
If we, since we've moved further away, do we still want to continue trekking it to that
No,
pediatrician?
and it's those early appointments in the very beginning, and it's like, do you really want to be in the car?
3 days later, 2 days later, or whatever. 1 week later, 1 month later, and then every month.
It was really every month?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah,
For
we
like
got
3 months maybe, and then it was a 6 month, and then a year, and then it was a year and a half, and a year, 2 year. You know, it was like every 6 months, 4 to 6 months for, I forget.
Yeah, we gotta start thinking about that right now.
Exactly. That's what's the to-do list.
Yep.
Maybe you're going to start nesting, so start washing those clothes, washing those sheets. I know that means we have to get a bunch of stuff out of storage. Maybe, and I think we talked about this a little bit, but what's our water break plan, hospital plan? Figure out, now that we have Liam, we can't just run over. I mean, we can run over to the hospital, but with COVID protocols, what does that mean? Oh, we should pack you extra masks in your hospital bag.
Yeah, that's
unless they're going to provide them, a medical grade. But you know, once your water breaks, what's the, you know, we have to start thinking about a game plan for that.
Yeah, I mean, I already was talking to my mom, because I'm like, ideally you're just here and Liam could just be at home. Mm-hmm. Worst come to worst, if like my mom couldn't get to us if she wasn't here, on our way to the city dropping him off at my sister's.
Yep.
Could be the other alternative, because, which I just had to talk to them, because they're so close and it's like we have to drive into the city. And so we essentially pass them before we make our way to the hospital. So yeah, no, I've already started to actually think about that and be like, it was just like, even when I was talking to my mom, I was like, I didn't really talk to you about doing this, but she kind of knew. Yeah. She's like, oh no, I got to be around. So I was like, okay, I'm glad you know that.
Yeah. She won't be able to live in the hospital.
Yeah, I know.
This time. She won't be a doctor's assistant.
She literally, I think, caught Liam.
Now, I was also looking at some new things to buy the baby. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about things, you know, things we don't need, like from when we had Liam. So we have a swing, we have the clippers, we have Vaseline, we have night lights, outlet covers, etc. But also the things that we need more of, you know how we love those onesies, more milk storage, more socks for the little baby, because we went through so many socks. More hooded towels. Mm-hmm. I think it's more so for Liam because he's using the same towels.
I know, it's so sad. Every time I get him out the bathtub and I'm like, this barely covers me. Like, what is wrong with us? Like, for years we have yet to get him some new ones.
And some new washcloths, probably for both, because some of those have holes now. Mm-hmm. Then just to get the usual stuff, like a more gentle cleaner, like we like that Tide Free and Clear. Mm-hmm. Some more diaper cream. We need to get you. Do you still have nipple cream?
Yeah, if you're really helpful when you're breastfeeding.
Yeah, and then new things. Maybe a new diaper bag, or we're good with our backpack, because
oh my god,
we bought that diaper bag, which was a backpack, and it was strategic because I'm like, those diaper bags just never look. They never look. It's not stylish. It's just. They just never look convenient to carry around. Yeah. So a backpack was convenient. So we found a backpack that had like a little cooler section for milk. But that thing doesn't close.
Well, besides it not closing, the thing was heavy before you started putting stuff in it.
Yeah, that's
So then
true.
It just was like, okay, who's carrying around this heavy backpack? So we needed like a lighter material.
Yeah.
And the bag that I have that I like carrying around now, that my sister calls a camera bag, but like it just has that waterproof.
Yeah.
I just wanted an easy crossbody bag that I can also wear in the rain, and that I really could just throw, like a bag that I can care less about. And it's been through wear and tear for the past year, and it still looks it looks new. Like, and I'm hard on bags. So they make a diaper bag.
Oh, really?
And I don't know. I think I want to say
the same
they also have
the laptop bag I have. That
yes.
Company? Oh, okay.
I also want to say they have a backpacked backpack type diaper bag, but I have to check it out. But like I'm looking for something like that kind of material.
Neoprene.
Super light, waterproof, and that we can like easily throw around. I was like, even if
something soft.
Even if they don't have the backpack, if as long as it's like crossbody or something like that. I also really love those, whatchamacallit, the fanny pack type ones that they have, which I think is, if you're just kind of walking,
totally.
We pack too much all the time. Like it didn't need to be all of that stuff.
It's like, what happens if you walking through the city, what happens if you have a blowout? That's what we were packing for.
I'm like, half the time we didn't even open the bag.
Exactly.
It was just hilarious.
Heavy to carry around.
Now we have a car, so it's like, okay, like if I carry just the fanny pack and then leave like another bag that I leave in the car, like that works too. It's just we were always over prepared. It's so funny to me because I'm just like
20 diapers.
Yeah, I'm like, what do we think? This kid was just gonna like, we're going on a 1 hour walk at maximum, like 5 miles away from not even 5 miles, like a mile away from our house, and we're like, we need all this stuff. Oh my god! But I do remember when we walked to Central Park and he had pooped in his diaper and he's crying like he pooped and had to change his diaper on pretty much, we were sitting on the park bench and having him.
We were prepared for that one incident.
Yeah. I think, and I was thinking too, I was like, I do like, we have the Duna and it converts into the car seat and that's great. But they also have like an infant kit thing for the stroller we have now. That could be a little bit more breathable, because the other one's like car seat, so it keeps them nice and snug. But like, let's say if we're just going for like a quick walk outside, that attachment might be nice for when they're younger. I just have to look at. I'm really not trying to drop.
I'm like, we have it already. Why don't we just keep it?
But the stroller, it's just like, if it's not too expensive, like the piece
we already have something.
Yeah.
Why do you have to buy something else?
If you buy a piece that attaches to the thing, then it's just like better on the environment. You're not buying like some people have like the infant stroller or like the literal attachments that come off of the thing, and that's a lot.
Then with your student loans, and you're like, what can I buy?
Right, I'm like, what else? Instead, I've been really good. I've just been like, that goes into to savings or whatever else.
Tuition.
Yeah.
And then breast pump. I know you're looking at different breast pumps.
Yeah.
Not to replace the one you have, but for more convenient breast pumping.
Yeah. So in between when towards I think the end of me breastfeeding Liam, and then these wireless breast pumps were out, and I was like, what?
Hands free. Like,
no one told me about this. And so those ones, usually I got the one through our insurance, which shout out to insurance companies to allow you to get the pump. But they don't cover the handless ones, because that's just like, you don't need that, girl. Like, plug it in. But they do allow you to use your FSA money. So I will be planning accordingly so I can get one of those. But this is great if I need a pump, but let's say, because usually I would pump after I fed because one boob just, he didn't want to feed on and it hurts. So I can pump while still doing stuff, and like feed Liam or something else. So like feed the baby, hand them to you, and then me do what I need to do and put the pump on. So I'm really excited about that. And hopefully my breastfeeding journey is similar, if not even better, than my experience with Liam, because I didn't have an issue with supply. Let's just put it that way. It was like but it was always like, it got to a point where I had to level it out because I was always getting engorged, and that was really, really painful. Yeah. So she's like, you just got to stop pumping because your body is just thinking you need to like keep making so much. I could get in the business of, you could donate it or sell it. Yeah. That's just probably more involved than I like need to be. I don't have the storage. Yeah. Like I'm just thinking about like I would run out of space
We need dry
in like a
ice.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need like dry ice. So this will make it a little bit easier if I do want to do like the stockpile thing. And then, I think I'll just be pumping just a little bit more in general, just introducing the bottle a little bit more because that was rough. I remember when I went to the store and you were like, oh, I have Liam. It's like, okay. And I heard him cry when I was going downstairs. And I came back and he was still crying. And I was like, what is wrong? It's like he wanted to take, oh no, you finally got to take the bottle. But you're like, I had to face him away from me.
Yeah.
He couldn't see my face while I was feeding him. And I was like, okay. Then we leave my mom. We go for dinner that one, like I think the first time we got dinner out with just the two of us, and we leave my mom with him, and she's like, oh, it's fine, he took the bottle, it's good. I was like, what kind of witchcraft are you working with? But every time leaving them with you, it was just like, no, because you're usually with mommy and I know boobs are close by. So if daddy is feeding me, boobs are somewhere near here. And like he just was started to be programmed like, oh, mommy and daddy are out, I'm with Nana J.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Exactly.
It's just like, yeah. So I'm really excited though about purchasing that, and I've seen really good reviews about it.
And that also requires storage bags. I'll add that to the list.
Yeah.
And then the last thing on third trimester to do is relax. If you can, relax. Take what
I'm, like, out of
sleep
breath.
you get now and savor it.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
But the good thing
gonna be
is
rough.
I like at the very beginning of my trimester, as far as like work is concerned, I'll be busy for a little bit during the very beginning of it, but then work will slow down and I'll, have to do my mini projects and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be in a much better spot than where I was when I worked at my previous company, where at 7 months pregnant, I was working until 2:00 in the morning. Which
Yeah.
I fully blame myself because I should have just put my foot down and be like, no, like you have to get more people. Like this is not good for a pregnant woman. So that's not going to really, I don't even have to like have that conversation because already I know it's going to be during a somewhat downtime. So I'm excited about that. So I think it'll make it easier to relax. I don't know how much more sleep. I think you've been doing great with like, you get up and go with Liam, even if I'm like fully awake, at least if I don't get up and I try to like turn a little bit of Friends on, like don't fully wake up, I'll kind of go back to sleep. And just the act of relaxing and not getting out of bed,
Exactly.
I'll try and do more. Can't make any promises,
Gotta
but
do
I'll
it.
try.
Put on those socks. Put your feet up.
Yeah.
Relax. And then, this time around, we just had your maternity shoot, which did a lot sooner than last time.
Yeah, because I look like
you
a
want-
gigantic person in my first
You
ones.
were beautiful. Also, we were a little delayed last time because you were in the hospital. That was the weekend we were supposed to.
True. I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
But then we took some other ones, and I didn't like how the outfit looked on
Yeah.
me.
Well, what happened is, so usually with maternity shoots, they recommend between 28 weeks and 32 weeks. We ended up going at 34 or 35 weeks, I think. Yeah, because
It
then a
was like
week later, we had my work thing, and then
Yep.
that week later.
It was
gave
just
birth.
too
Or was it
way
that
too
weekend?
late. It
I
was-
don't know. But anyways, it was like 34 or 35 weeks we had your maternity shoot because we were a little delayed from your from the hospital visit the first time. So this time you said, and because you popped a little sooner, you wanted to capture yourself in what you saw, how you saw yourself as beautiful.
Yeah. I was just like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I've lesson learned. I'm not waiting that long before. I was like, my face kind of just blew up towards the last 2 or 3 weeks that I was pregnant. Like it just showed all in my face. And I was just like, no, I was like, I just didn't look like, I felt like I didn't look like myself and I didn't feel like myself. Mm-hmm. Whereas now I'm just like, okay, I'm still recognizable. Some photos and angles, I'm like, oh no. So we did it now. So shout out to Brian. and my sister. Brian was taking the photos and positioning me. My sister came down, and it just lined up nicely with when she was coming down anyways. But she did my hair for me, and I knew I needed something where, where it kind of helps you having like a little bit of a tighter pulled back look. My face just looks better that way, and it kind of like gives you kind of a little bit facelift a little bit. Ponytail.
What's gonna happen when you take that?
It's not so
braid out?
No, it's not like that. It's not that tight.
Face is gonna come rushing forward.
I definitely, some people, they look really good if they have tons of hair.
Yeah.
And it's big and it's long or it's
and
all in their face.
And
Or they're all in their face. I look better with my hair pulled back.
yeah.
And so I was just like, that's kind of what I want to go for. I was almost thinking about doing the braids again, but I was like, no, like this is kind of like, this is how I normally would look and what I would do probably. Not as nice as she did, but I would like that I would do, just elevate it a little bit more. So everything came together with how I was like envisioning my look. And I think the other thing with my outfit choices that I chose before was that, the only really feature that I'm like can make me feel like a little bit more feminine. I don't even know, not feminine. I don't want to say that word, but like, having like off the shoulder type stuff. Like that's like, showing a little bit of like leg. So I had that, the dress with the slit and, showing a little bit of shoulder. Like that's the part. Yeah. We can be a little sexy showing that.
Sexy, but not milk bath.
Not milk bath or oh god, or like completely naked. Which shout out, because I'm like, some photos that women take that are like that, I'm like, you look absolutely great, and they seem very comfortable doing it. Me, I think I'd be a little bit more tense. I'm tense even when I'm comfortable. So I was like, I don't think I could do the whole nude thing. We'll see if like, if I make it to the third child, if I even think about that. Then I was used to be afraid. I'm like, these are going to be leaked. So I was going to see these. So
the world we live in.
I'm very happy that I love the way they came out. Like all these people, and I didn't know if it wasn't like we were trying to keep anything a secret or hidden. It just kind of worked that way because I just wasn't really posting as much. And then when I would post, it really was mostly with like the three of us, and I wouldn't really post a full body anyways. Yeah. So I was like, I would be going out of my way to announce something. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to take these photos and just keep them for myself. Let's share them with the 200 followers that I have on my personal account, not on our shared blogger account, because we didn't even post them there. I was just like, it doesn't, not even necessary to like post them there. I just wanted to kind of share them with like closer people that are in my life. So I'm very happy. Thank you so much, Brian.
Oh, you're welcome.
He was like, you didn't even shout me out. I was like, in the next series, because I have 2 outfit changes in these photos. So I was like, in the next series, I'll be sure to make sure it's an appreciation post for both you and Mama for helping me with that shoot.
No shout out for picture. Hopefully everyone assumed I took the photos because I am a photog.
Yeah. You never know, because some people be like, oh my God, Brian's such a good job. And it's like, yeah, he takes photos.
Yeah.
He's a camera.
I'm in the industry.
Yeah.
But great. Like, those are our to-do lists. I think it's just kind of like knocking that stuff out and figuring out what else we need.
Yeah.
I just feel like a little more like, yeah, we'll get there. I'm not like stressed and type A.
Isn't that so nice? He's not so stressed. That's really great. He's like, we'll just get there. But when it happens, I'm like, well, I got to still do a really large, I got to do the grand finale. The grand finale has not happened yet.
I know, but this pre-show that I do with its to-do list, I'm a lot calmer.
I'm good. Yeah. No. I would say too, like, it's just, I know that this
my
child can be. My
attention is on someone else.
This child could be like night and day.
Yeah,
to the next from Liam, and that's like the thing. You kind of put your hands up, and you're just like, whatever comes our way, we'll figure it out. There's but so much that like the physical stuff. Like I think we kind of know what the physical, like we have everything that would possibly work for a child, from a rock, the swing to a smart snoo to a bassinet to a crib, snuggle me. Like I think we've checked off all those boxes. So now it's just like, what kind of personality are we going to be presented? What kind of is this baby going to want to sleep?
It's like mental preparedness. Maybe I should probably add that to the to-do list.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was going through. This is my newborn to-do list, and I was checking off all the stuff we have, all the stuff that's in the storage unit that I need to get, and then all the stuff we have to buy.
This list, if you guys can only see it. But the one thing, I guess, the only thing that would probably give me slight anxiety or just being like, ooh, I got to really be mindful of that, is just kind of sticking with some sort of schedule.
Yeah.
Because we have Liam. I think we threw that all out the window.
Out the window.
We sat on the couch. We binge watched stuff. We were just like chilling.
Same clothes
and doing a lot
for
of
like a week straight. And I was like,
doing a lot of.
Oh no, thought that was a baby poop, and that was not.
Yeah.
They do not smell that early.
And like we can't do that this time, and like
I gotta go
and then
see
other things even
parents
besides just
classrooms.
Liam, but you talk about mental health and everything else, making sure that you still get your time on the bike that you need and want, and that, I think that's just going to be important. It's just kind of keeping some sense of normalcy for Liam. Things will shift, and we have to tell him that. It's like right now, like, mommy has to spend a little bit more time, but I'll still do your bath time and all that other stuff, but I probably mommy can't sit on the floor quite yet and roll those trains with you. So, or, we're not going to make him he's not going to be quiet all the time.
No.
But like letting him
Maybe that'll be a good thing.
Yeah, because during nap time, they tell you not to close the blinds and stuff like that. Like it's not nighttime where you want them to do their real solid sleep anyways.
Yeah.
And that's what we did with Liam anyways. We would have the TV on at like all volumes. So little newborn sleep through everything. And
in the womb, all they hear is
that's I'm sure great. I'm sure people are really gonna love that you did that in there just now. But it's a vacuum.
So it's pretty noisy in there to begin with.
Really noisy. Noisy.
Yeah.
And Liam still sleeps with his
white noise
on. He loves it. So
he's a light sleeper.
It will work out because when that baby goes in there, it's just like a transition. We're just never gonna get him off that white noise. It was like ways to transition him off the night noise, and I was like, why? It's like see people.
I had a hard time transitioning off the white noise.
It was kind of weird
I was
sometimes.
Like, it's so quiet. I need the white noise.
Yeah, it would be weird sometimes. Like people sleep with the noise machines all the time.
And I think it's a trigger now. When I am sitting in there and the white noise is on, I find myself falling asleep. I think that's what I need. I mean, that's what you need. That's what Friends is. But,
that is my white noise. Friends is my white noise.
Yeah. But we don't need a white noise machine because use the iPad.
Parent hack.
Any other hacks?
No. Just don't buy too much. Don't buy too much. Keep those gift receipts.
Yeah.
To keep those gift receipts, that's definitely important.
Yeah, definitely.
In case you want something don't work, and you're just like, okay. Or keep that original box.
Or even if it's your second, if you're having another kid, but you're not going to have a shower, still register. Because if you buy stuff off, because you're going to need to buy stuff like diapers and wipes anyways.
True.
If you buy a certain amount of money or purchase a certain amount of money off the registry, you get a bonus gift. So go register somewhere for all the things you know you're going to buy, like Vaseline, diapers,
True.
wipes.
I didn't even think about that.
Buy it. And then, for example, an online site that has 2 free day shipping, it will give you $100 and like diapers for 6 months.
And I feel like people are always asking... And this way you can be like, we weren't going to share this and you don't have to buy anything. But if you really want to purchase something to help, here's the list of what you can do.
Yeah.
I saw a blogger on Instagram, influencer, did that. Like, apparently she was getting all these messages from people about wanting to purchase things. So she just made a registry.
That's nice for her.
Huh?
That's so nice.
Yeah. And she's like, I feel weird because she's like, I don't like when people purchase things, but I'm literally getting inundated by
Oh my God.
messages. And so
Her
her friend was
followers?
like, just make the registry. Like, and
Yeah.
you share it with friends, or you can share the registry with your followers. And then, you know, this way they don't need to know your address, because Amazon will just, or whatever registry, just ships it to your
Yep.
direct address, and they don't need to know where you live.
Mm-hmm.
And people can contribute, and people, you know, love to do those little, they
Yeah.
if you're following someone, like she's been online for a while and you've seen like all three of her girls grow up. So some people kind of almost, it's a little freaky for me because people think that they're a part of your family. Like, no, you're not. But it's nice because you create a sense of community. So people are like, yeah, we want to like help and do stuff. So I think the registry, that's a really good idea.
Thank you. I'll put that on the to-do list. Start a registry.
Thanks, Bri. Yeah, add that to the to-do list so you can check it off.
Yeah.
I know you love
I
doing
love
that.
crossing it off, checking it off. It's such a good. Sometimes I'll forget to add something to my to-do
Until
list.
you
I'll
add
add
it
it
and
and then
cross it
cross it off.
Yes.
Just like tonight, I have. You want to see this really funny thing? Real quick, really, really, really quick. My to-do list. What's on Thursday?
Podcast.
Look at that.
So you're
Check.
gonna- all done. Thanks, guys. That's all for this episode, but make sure you're following the show so you know when the next episode is out.
Check out our website, liliesandloafers.com, for cooking and DIY inspiration and more updates from our growing family.
Millennial and Pregnant is a Lilies and Loafers original podcast. It's hosted by me, Fatima.
And me, Brian. Original music by Purple Planet. Thanks for listening. We'll see you soon.